nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. On first down, Mahomes going deep for Hopkins. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 41 yards. And the AFC has taken the early lead. So the AFC, they won the Pro Bowl the last couple of seasons and off to another good start here.
Yeah, how about that? The first touchdown of this game, how many more do we expect to see?
Hopefully a lot. I want offense in this ball game.
I don't think there's any question about it. Rarely do you get defensive struggles in the Pro Bowl.
Myers connects on the PAT. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Out is the kickoff unit as they run out and send this one away.
Yeah, what a play out.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Breeze and the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 4. Team.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Caught by the tight end, Ertz. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. When you think about the history of this Pro Bowl game, there was an all-star game going all the way back to 1939, but it officially became called the Pro Bowl in, I think, 1951.
You're exactly right, and that game was played out in L.A., in the same stadium where the L.A. Rams currently play. And back then, they split it into conferences, the American Conference versus the National Conference. The American Conference won 28-27, MVP of the game. Quarterback Otto Graham, nickname Automatic.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. For Drew Brees, this his 12th Pro Bowl nomination. Though he hasn't played all 12 years, but still, what a career and what a season. And to do it at this age, unbelievable.
Not too bad for a guy who turned 40 the week leading up to the NFC Championship game. He keeps himself in such superb physical condition and still loves everything that goes along with football. He may play till he's 60.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. An 11-yard touchdown. And the NFC just an extra point away from tying up this game. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. This one fielded at the 5. Uses the spin. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
Going deep for Hopkins. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the AFC has taken the lead. Wouldn't be the Pro Bowl without the QBs taking some shots, and that shot paid off.
He understood, I don't know if it's instinctively, if he did his homework, that you do take your shots, as you said, in this game because the payoff is terrific. We will remember how many touchdown passes you throw. I don't think we ever recall how many interceptions you throw in a game like this.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25. Breeze and the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone. And into the offensive backfield, he's a heck of a player.
And there, a big TFL, tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. Has bred this big defensive tackle.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do. Today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 18. Whoosh. Fighting through, and he's got space. He's still barreling through. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Andre Roberts, 82 yards. And the AFC strikes quickly there for 6. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is, can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a 1st down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
Extra point up and through by Myers. Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Breeze and the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley of Baltimore with a tackle. Well, we've talked about this game being hosted here in Orlando, and you and I are quite familiar with this place, especially you. You live, what, 20, 25 minutes from here?
Yeah, not bad at all, right? An easy trip to come right to the studios here in Orlando. You, of course, have to give a little bit more effort, a quick flight, then you're here, but you've learned this city quite well. And how about it, the Madden Studios right here in Orlando? That's where Coach and the guys hang out as well.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this.
Ready? You ready?
On 1st down, Breeze. And he will find his Saints teammate Michael Thomas complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Breeze, one of the best ever in these situations as he's trying to get his guys set. He gets it to Thomas. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, here's Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's Breeze to throw. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Well, you know, it's hard for some of these guys to get on the same page because they've only been practicing together for a week, but these two, I think they're pretty familiar.
I would say so, right? You go back to OTAs, mini camps, preseason camp, games, the whole deal. They ought to know each other pretty well, and in an all-star game like this, key situations, you find someone like that who you know will be exactly where you think they're supposed to be.
Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. Going deep for Hopkins. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same web. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for the AFC. 57 yards. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. High throw, but the catch is made. So we're at halftime of the 2019 Pro Bowl with the AFC out on top.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Boy, this AFC team has figured something out. They've got the lead again, looking to make it 3 in a row since the game moved to Orlando in 2017. So the question, what can the NFC do to come back? We'll ask that of our guys as we send you back to Camping World Stadium.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Breeze and the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss. Two there, bringing up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
Yeah.
On second down, here's Barkley. And some space here. The 40, 30, past the 20. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. A tremendous play there.
Hey, wait, why did JR leave? Tell him to get back in here. Tell him if he doesn't get back here, he's gay.
From Saquon Barkley. 61 yards.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll...
Hey, Leah, did you tell him?
Second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 17.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful. I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
This will be fielded at the 6. And now running right through it. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Now Mahomes. That escapes the sack. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Mahomes now to throw.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the...
And he cannot get rid of it. The NFC getting in there for the sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Face mask. Defense.
Tack on 15 more for the face mask, and that becomes a huge play.
Big pass gets caught on you. You're doing everything possible to get him on the ground, and sometimes...
And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the AFC adds on to their lead.
And partner, you know I'm a big advocate of taking tape measures and just throw them away. I want to know if a guy can flat out play. But DeAndre Hopkins is about 6'1", and we're used to the guys who go up and...
Hey, Leah, what did he say?
Take it one-handed like we just saw there.
I said, what did he say? Did you tell him? Okay.
6'3", 6'4", 6'5", guys.
In
this case, he plays way taller than what he's listed, doesn't he?
He does indeed, and that was spectacular.
And we've got to watch him work his routine. We saw it during practice during the week. We saw it in pregame. He works hard at these one-handed catches. He's not just showing off.
Yeah, I'm going to Fortnite.
Breeze in the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He was taken down by the Texans' Jadeveon Clowney.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. It's the NFC with the lead and the football as we start the 4th. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Breeze to his Saints teammate Thomas for the NFC first. Well, he was so good throwing the football on 3rd down during the regular season. Why wouldn't it carry over here to the Pro Bowl?
Sometimes.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Geno Atkins able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They'll get 5 on the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just let him bleed the game out that way.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Breeze turns for the NFC first. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. It's over the middle. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. Now Breeze. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And now it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Breeze to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Here's Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Breeze to throw for it on 4th. It's caught. Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more on that one, and another first down. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it,
And this is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, AFC. DeAndre Hopkins, 48 yards. And the AFC is able to widen their advantage.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Breeze now on 1st down. And this is Ertz with it, right side.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football.
Now the pressure gets home, and the AFC comes up with a sack. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now Breeze. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Julio Jones. Incomplete. Derwin James on the cover.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory?
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well played, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. I think that everyone's going to go home pretty happy, especially the AFC since they won the game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody. Welcome to Madden NFL 20. Here you can try the all-new QB1 face of the franchise or enjoy the Madden you already know and love with Madden Ultimate Team, franchise, or a quick pickup game and exhibition.
Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my 15. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things, pull out the bip. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get the
I'm going to put it to you simply. I want you to be our starting quarterback. And I'm talking from day one. If you work hard, you focus, and you commit, you're not only going to graduate here with a 4-year degree, we're going to win a national championship together.
Look, guys, I just want to thank my teammates, especially my O-line. Without them, this opportunity...
I want to take a moment to thank all the coaches who helped me along the way. It's because of them that I have...
I want to thank everyone for showing up today. It's because of all...
I want to take a moment to thank all the coaches who helped me along the way.
Look, guys, I just want to thank my teammates, especially my O-line. Without them, this opportunity...
I want to take a moment to thank all the coaches who helped me along the way. It's because of them...
Hey, don't forget to thank your mom. Never forget to thank your mom. Mind telling me where you're going to be signing?
Actually, it's why I'm hiding in here.
Well, I know you'll make the right choice. And if you need any advice, I'm always here.
Okay, cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah, anytime. Actually, I've been meaning to run into you. Hello? Hello?
Who's he going?
Okay.
With this team's star starting quarterback out, they're turning to a kid who's never taken a snap in college. Not one.
Look, their game plan isn't complicated. Drop back, scan the field, and throw it to Isaiah Street. That's what got them to the college football playoff, and that's what's going to keep them in this game. Drop back, scan, and throw. We're not sure the new kid can do any of these things. Don't you think that's a little harsh, Nate? 4 years ago, he was a 5-star recruit. They had high hopes for this dude.
Does not say something right there? What happened to that trust?
Coach, you want to see me?
Come in. I want you to be the first to know that Marcus Washington decommitted last night.
What? That doesn't make any sense. You said I was going to be the starter.
He's the #1 recruit in the country, son. And there's no guarantees in college football. I'm sorry.
I'm not going anywhere. Bring him in. I'll win the job. You'll see.
If you're the coach, how do you let 5-star talent waste away on the bench for this long?
No. Better question is, if you're a young 5-star recruit, why do you stay with a coach that doesn't play you? Because he's got something to prove. To who? To that coaching staff, man. I mean, the same group of guys who spent the last 4 years telling him, you're not good enough, he's got to prove it to those guys.
Yeah, take this.
All right, gentlemen. Like Coach and I always say, the second you step off this bus, you're on a business trip. We got a lot of work to do, so let's get to it. Oh, you ask me, you're the guy to get it done.
Hey, JoJo. Ooh, you was sweet. I did. Yes. Glad you noticed. Hey, boy.
Game day, baby, game day.
Get in there. Whoa, whoa. The event staff is around the corner, you see. Hey, babe, go on in there.
All right.
This is for players and coaches only.
I'm here to play Texas.
What?
The Longhorns, yeah.
You? Okay. What's your name?
That's me.
That's you?
Yeah.
I know who you are, but go ahead.
I'm the quarterback.
What?
Yeah.
Excuse me. You're the quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Well, don't look so surprised. It's my job to know the roster. I'm Taylor Bennett. I'm working the sidelines tonight.
Okay, cool. Nice to meet you.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna record them.
Okay.
All right. So we all know your situation tonight, but we really don't know much about you as a quarterback. How would you describe your style of play?
Oh, well, oh man. Hey, what's up, man? Well, I'm one of those guys who thrives in chaos. You know, even when the pocket's collapsing, I can buy time and push the ball downfield.
Okay. Now, how about your personality? Or better yet, how would your teammates describe you?
How my teammates describe me.
Yeah, were you intense? You were cutthroat, a great leader, a jokester? Give me something.
You know what? I'm kind of a film junkie. I like to lead by example in that way, so people would joke that I was like a mini-me of the coach.
Okay.
Yo, Taylor. Hey, can I borrow him for a second?
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Wait, hold up. You're a Heisman voter, right? Hey, I'm coming for that award next year. Look out for me.
Oh, I will.
Okay. All right, listen. You ready, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah? Because winning the national championship means everything to me. All right, I made a promise to my brother. And since I can't throw the ball to myself, we need to be on the same page, you feel me?
I got you, man. Got you.
All right.
Set, ready? 10 over. Set, go. Let's go. Leaf river, leaf river. Set, now. Come on, set. Shoot. Got it. Set up. Ready, ready. 5.
Oh my God, dude.
Here we go. Set. 7. Hit it. Break. Get it. Here we go, here we go. Let's go. On the double. Right up. Down. 8. Ready, ready. Ready. Set, go. Go now. 15. Leaf river. Leaf river. Ready, ready. 18. Gator. Now. Here we go. Shoot. You ready? Set, hut. Ready? 65. On the ready. Hit it. Set. 10 juice. Get it. Set. Ready. 60. Hit. Go. Let's go. 90. Right. Set up. 18 Gator. Ready, ready. Ready, set. Set, go. Come on, set. 50, plant. Leaf river, leaf river.
Easiest pitch and catch. And you do that tonight, and we move on.
All right, I just talked to Coach. He insists on going with a simplified game plan for you tonight.
What do you think?
Well, his thinking is we keep it simple, you don't get overwhelmed, and then we rely on the defense to do their part.
Wait, hold on. This is a joke?
All right, look, Coach just wants to put him in the best position to succeed.
No, this ain't high school ball, man. All right, this is the semifinals. If we go out there and simplify, they're going to destroy us.
Ah, shit.
Come on, this is crazy, right? Right?
I need to prove to him I can handle this. Maybe playing it safe's the best option.
Look, you don't have to prove anything, especially to him. Dude had you on the bench for 4 years, remember that? You need to wake up.
There's a lot at stake right now for all of us. Even more so for Isaiah, so you don't take what he says personally. You're doing the right thing.
Okay.
All right. Have a good game.
The 2018 college football season has been a wild one, and we are now down to 4 as EA Sports is proud to welcome you to AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, it's the first of our college football playoff semifinal matchups, as we'll see the Texas Longhorns taking on the Clemson Tigers.
What's up, bro? Good luck tonight.
Thanks.
Hey, man, don't listen to the critics. You got all the talent in the world. Just go out there and put on a show.
Thanks. Means a lot.
All right, man. Hit me up when you get to the league.
Yeah.
For the right to play for a national championship next Monday night in Santa Clara, we are underway from Arlington in the national playoff semifinal. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Longhorns come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Nichols. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Texas here in the college football playoff looking for what would be their 5th national title. They were a powerhouse back in the 60s and 70s, winning it in 63, 69, and 70. But then they waited 35 years before winning it again in 2005 and haven't won it since. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now Nichols. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Here we go, the first snap of his college career. Clemson has it 1st and 10. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
They will let him throw here on the very first play. And that is caught. Touchdown, Clemson. A 16-yard touchdown. And Clemson has taken the early lead. Well, when we were setting up and going over our run-throughs early this afternoon, and I'm talking 6 hours before kickoff, we saw Isaiah Streets out there alone with just his young quarterback in center. Ironed out, and it pays off there on the touchdown throw. So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The offense for the Longhorns getting ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room through an opening, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Longhorns. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer.
Yeah. Wait, what? I know. I'm playing football.
Get the equalizer.
Sometimes.
Alright, I gotta leave this because, or I'm just gonna kick him. Oh, that's you. My bad.
Sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Clemson offense here set to take over, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 39 yards there, a big one.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. A good throw there, but boy, a tough situation for this offense, for this program. And that is caught. Touchdown, Clemson. A 14-yard touchdown. And his guys have taken the lead. We talked about how important it was going to be for this quarterback to get off to a hot start. Well, he has done that. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texas offense set to take over again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Taken in at the 22. Runs through the contact. Spins by. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Clemson offense heading out for their next possession. Charles, so much of this offense the last few years centering around the combination of Marcus Washington and Isaiah Streets. This is caught inside the 15. And they rattle off a big one. 54 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Clemson. Andre Bridges with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And Clemson tacks on to their lead. So a blistering start to this first half. We wondered how this young quarterback would handle the pressure, and there is a lot of pressure. Well, how about 3 first-half touchdown passes? So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense for the Longhorns getting ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Going ground game with Slay. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Clemson offense here set to take over. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the...
There he goes left side. And he will take this in for a Clemson touchdown. Well, for anyone out there who is worried about how this quarterback would fare, he has proven all the doubters wrong. That is now 4 first-half touchdown passes. Just sensational. The extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10, Texas. They give to Slay here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's our visiting side with a football to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd down and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On the carry, this is Slay. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Well, early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know they're securing the point of attack, especially against a big buck.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. There's this out. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play there. 47 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do? And that is caught. Touchdown, Clemson. Andre Bridges on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And Clemson tacks on to their lead. Wow, I mean, you talk about a guy catching fire. That is now 5 touchdown passes in his first ever college start. What a story this is becoming, and it already was a big story. We haven't even hit halftime yet. So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texas offense set to take over again. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
And he spins past him and into space. A good return there, 17 yards. The Clemson offense heading out for their next possession. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And
that is caught. Touchdown, Clemson. Isaiah Streets on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And this offense continues to pour it on. I don't know what else to say at this point. Just an unbelievable performance. 6 touchdown passes now. You think about this being a guy who held a clipboard for 4 years, never played, didn't take a snap. And in this game, he couldn't have played any better if he had started 50 games. He's just been on point all game long. So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. Short kick. It's taken to the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense for the Longhorns getting ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Longhorns. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
No problem there on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Clemson offense here set to take over. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror.
He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
There's this out for Streets, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job.
And this is caught. And what a big-time play there. yards. Here's first and goal, Clemson. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Clemson. Andre Bridges on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And this offense is running away with this one. Well, this is just getting ridiculous now, folks. 7 touchdown passes. He's making up for lost time. He's putting 4 years of stats into one football game. By the way, those 7 touchdown passes, a college football playoff record. So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Texas offense set to take over again. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8. The punter for Texas out on the field. No Marcus Washington, no problem in the first half.
Who's up? We up. Who's up? We up. Let's go. Okay. Just checking in with you. How do you feel about the first half?
That's how we're playing. Let's go.
We had a great first half. We keep doing what we're doing, we might win this thing.
There's a lot of we's in that sentence. It's a good thing to recognize your teammates, but you remember, you're leading the charge tonight, all right? So get out there and let's put this thing away. Second half. Let's go.
Hey.
Coach.
Really good job out there in the first half. I should have trusted you more. That's on me.
I'm over it. All that matters is the win.
All right. Can you handle it if I open up the playbook a little bit in the second half?
Let's do it.
Let's get him.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.
The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half in this semifinal matchup from Arlington. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, look at that. The Clemson offense heading out for their next possession. And Charles, look, I mean, coming into this one, you and I, we didn't know what to expect. This could have certainly been a disaster, nothing short of it. But this young man under center, he has certainly risen to the occasion.
He certainly has, and we certainly prepared in case it was the disaster that maybe it could have been. But there's no question.
And got his man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. Again, the underlying story here, no snaps in 4 years. And it seems kind of hard to believe. You almost wonder if there's some type of lingering animosity between quarterback and coach, because there certainly have been a few of those 56-7 type games over the last few years. But much like the Patriots in the NFL, where you see Tom Brady take almost every snap, even at his age, that was the case with Marcus Washington. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Well, they frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Clemson. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And this offense continues to pour it on. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Looking to throw Nichols on the crossing route, complete. It's Walker. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers.
Now the ball comes loose. It's going the other way.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away, take care of it, because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. And a huge play that time. 51 yards. They'll look to throw. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender. And that is caught. Touchdown, Clemson. Isaiah Streets, 41 yards. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points. And man, Charles, talk about singing something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense for the Longhorns getting ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone off.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he will score. Touchdown, Longhorns. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The Clemson offense here set to take over. So here we are, Charles. This one all but decided. Normally in this situation you'd say, hey, let's put the backup in. But this is the backup, and you've got to think he needs more reps for January 7th.
I would agree with that totally. He's been waiting 4 years for this opportunity. What I want to know is who exactly is going to take him off the field? Right, who's going to go out there and say, you're done, son?
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now it's this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 57 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there, partner. I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays,
running away with this one. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. That's fielded in the end. Zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.